Although, is there anything else up here to press onto? Or is it back down to where we've done the thing? This might be as high as it goes, and when we head back down and jump on stuff. Although we could jump on there. Does it do much for us? It does. There's a spirit ash on this goat. Lovely. Now, oh. We'll go down the stairs though, like a normal person. And then where was that beam that we could walk out across? Was it in this room or was it back in... Yeah, there it was. So there is a hole. Then we go up and up. Do we keep going up or do we drop down and look for an item? There is no item. Truly, these are dark days indeed. But thankfully, they've allowed us to jump back up. And what's all this parkour done for us? So we got a big butt of a beast. There's another beast though. I fear that the other beast is the one that we need to travel on next. They are liking their scary parkour challenges in this DLC. And hey, if you've got a jump button, make them use it. That's what they're doing.
By my lord.
Yes, yes.
Makes sense of this jumble.
Freya. Hup. Good. Now. Bunch of messages about. But we're back outside. What are you looking at? Fog. So that's where we were earlier. Now these mooks are probably going to try and start a ruckus. So they can have some of that. And what's in this room? Yeah, that goon was putting his book away, which meant only one thing. Meant he had to die. Ember of Mesmer. So, there is a thing that we can't get to yet.
By my lord.
Shut up, Freya.
Never makes sense of
We
this
know that
jumble.
you're an idiot. You don't need to keep telling us. Okay, Fire Knight, let's go. Ouch, okay. Oi, fuck off. This one's got a bit more about them. And possibly a bit more health as well than some of the others. But they can still be knocked down. And they can still be staggered. And they can still be ruined. The Winged Serpent Helm and Ash of War Flame Spear. Flame Spear. Skill of Kood, Captain of the Fire Knights. So I guess that's who we've just killed. And then the Helm of Kood, a winged serpent perches atop it. It's the token creature of Messmer's military forces. It is a wise friend which keeps the base serpent at bay and holds its power in check. Because we have heard before about Messmer's serpentine nature. I'm not sure if that's figurative or literal. I don't know if he's literally a serpent or if he's just generally a bit of a snake. Another Shadow Tree fragment is welcome. Another Sight of Grace is welcome. So, more strength. We're still only at level 7 Blessing. Now, what's up ahead? A big door. And a summon sign in the room. And a cutscene. Surely this isn't Messmer already.
Mongrel intruder.
Hello.
Tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
I think it's Messmer.
Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
Cripes.
In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
God blimey. Ouch. That was an explodo. Where are you, Messmer? Okay, lots of spear strikes. Okay, he doesn't have health for days. Oh, that one was a big one. Now. Ouch. It's quick though. Oh, there we go. It's got explodos on his spear strikes.
In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Could be tough. Okay, round 2. Can we get set up? We can. Good. Ouch. Well, we kind of got set up. And now we're going to die in a second. Yep, there we go. But we did get a Twiggy off, I think. So our runes are safe. Is there anything else we want in our physic instead of healing? Dex not. Winged Crystal Tear might allow us to fast roll. That could be fun. Now, if you could, give us a moment, please, Messmer. God damn it. You roll the first attack, and then the second one just hits you anyway. That's no fun. Okay. Right, we're ready to commence. Okay, that's got a bit of a reach on it. Safety flasks all around? No. I said safety flasks all around. Oh, cripe. Oh, jeez, that was a move.
In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
I'm going to get sick of him saying that real quick. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to do on Wes. Is get the better talisman. Ah. No. Let's watch his moves if we can. Generally, it seems like rolling towards him might be wise. I'm stopping him from hitting my boy. But there are times when one must roll away. Right, that's the big attack that does all that. And sucks. Ouch. I mean, my lad's tanking well. Oh, he grips us! Didn't see that coming. And that's a one-shot. Well, no, I had like half health. I can't say for sure it's a one-shot. But it was horrible nonetheless. I'm wondering if we should be fighting Messmer when we're only blessing level like 7. I feel like the answer might be no. And maybe we should just pop back and explore a bit more of the Shadow Keep. No, 4th floor might be a good spot. I'm sure there was another way out here that I forgot about, and if I leave it till next session, then I'm just going to forget about it forever. So let's come back up this way. We'll have to deal with this Fire Knight again. But that's fine, I guess. Because we know how to deal with Fire Knights. Yeah, they're not so bad if we know about them. And then we came over here, and then instead of going past and looking at those bats, we just sort of carried on by going back down and in. Whereas if we'd carried on, we would have found this little room. Is this new? Or could we have got here from somewhere else? There's not a lot of loot. Hasn't already been grabbed, so maybe we did check out that room. But then we definitely haven't been along here. Bugger off, bats. Ember. Okay. Right, so there's nothing else really in this direction. But this bit does look familiar. But now that we've pulled the lever, maybe there's more stuff. You know. It's not impossible, there's more stuff we can now access downstairs that we couldn't before. What floor would we be on at this point? Like the 5th or the 6th? But yeah, our troll friend has moved over there, you see. And now that they've done that, their head is in a position where the item that's on them could be gripped. So there's definitely stuff that can be done that couldn't have been done before. That works. Climb up its butt. And then down we go. Cool. Helldrake Talisman +3. Nice. Now, is this a new area, or is this somewhere we've been before? I feel like this isn't new. What is that site of grace anyway that we found? Dark chamber entrance. Cool. So we've got storehouse back, 1st, 4th and 7th. And surrounds back still around? Yes, he is. Good. Right, so did anything else change when we brought down the specimens? I'm not seeing any major changes around. No obvious routes or anything. So we could go and explore the lower levels where there were various elevators that we didn't take. But there is also something else I wanted to do which isn't in the Shadow Keep. And we haven't got long left today on Old Wares. So maybe we go and do that when these little gremlins stop bothering us. Yeah, there's something else near Rivermouth Cave, which is just a straight up improvement for us. And so we want to go and find that. I guess we could tangle with a tree spirit. Ouch, good start. And we've been grabbed, we have. It's going amazingly well, this fight. There we go. I was wondering how long it takes to get staggered, you knobhead. Have a headshot. That was probably better for us than going for the crit, because it did good damage. We might actually get the kill. Hey! What's our reward for that stupidity? The Horned Bairn. Use FP to summon vengeful spirits around the caster. I didn't use the Omen Bairn. I'm not going to use the Horned Bairn. But nonetheless, it's a prize. So, let's go. We're either looking for Rivermouth Cave, or we're just looking for the other cave that happens to be in the same vicinity. We're not looking for manflies. But they do tell us we're in the right sort of direction. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Maybe take your gift. He doesn't seem to mind. There we go, a two-headed turtle talisman. That's one better than a one-headed turtle talisman. And it greatly raises stamina recovery speed. Kind of hard to test it without being in combat, and then we can't really pay attention. But that will certainly come in handy on Wes's travels. It's near the end of the day for Wes, which means he can do the big Shadow Tree fragment cleanup that all the other characters have been getting on with, and he can find all the Shadow Tree fragments that he's missed to date, like this one that this guy drops. That'll be another level for us, so when we're done with that, we'll be at a point where he'll be a bit stronger. He might even be like level 11 if we're lucky, or 12. Might be in a better position to face Messmer again. We'll see. Now, Cerulean. We should probably get the map whilst we're here. It's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is something that was sealed, but probably isn't now that Miquella's rune is broken. I'm hoping it'll be an exciting and new challenge. What is your dex like, Sam? Arcane's 35. Dex is actually 50. Maybe I should get those dancers' swords and just twirl and whirl away. Sammy's not actually arcane as I thought she was. She's quite arcane, but she's not like cap or anything. I think the cap's a lot lower for arcane in general anyway. From what I understand, it might be like about 45, something like that, rather than the 80 for things like dex. Stop hurling hefty pots at me, troll friend, or I will come in and I will jump off my horse if I can do so, and I will stab you in the ankles, because you can bleed. And now you're also poisoned. And the poison flower blooms twice. Oh, there he goes. Oh good. You can get his hefty pot even if he falls to his doom. That's what we like. Now let's go find a fisher, shall we? And now Sammy might actually achieve something today, rather than it just being another salt fest like last time. Because yeah, this was where it was sealed, right? Try castle or bridge. See, that's a helpful message. Kinda. It's one of those messages that's helpful once you know what it actually means. But we do. And so I consider it helpful. Ooh. The Stone Coffin Fisher. So, there's coffins. They are made of stone. Is this where they all end up then? Is this where they all come from? Who can say? I hope the enemies in here aren't slimes. Because that would be a pain in the butt for old Sam. There's a slime. Although I guess it sort of saves me time as well, because I'm not even going to try and engage the enemies in combat when I could just be running around exploring. Congealed putrescence. Excellent. Found underground in the land to where stone coffins drift. So this is where they end up. Putrescence is what remains of the impure lives kept within the stone coffins. Okay. That's a blood fiend. What are you doing here? Wait. That's sleep? Yeah, we just made a pig's ear of that fight from the start. But yeah, that looked like sleep. I'm beginning to wonder if spears are in fact the one. Maybe let's try one spear for a bit. Let's see if that feels any quicker. No, it's a different blood fiend. I mean, we should also just take advantage of them where we can. I mean, the damage is obviously less. But that felt quicker to use. It felt more responsive. And we went from dying very quickly to actually killing a blood fiend without getting hit. So, I mean, it was a different kind of blood fiend, wasn't it? It wasn't this guy. Yeah. Yeah, one spear seems to be doing alright. It's a cult, so it's got reasonable damage. Maybe we should get the two-handed talisman. Maybe we've already got it and I'm just not using it. Yeah, we have. So that's an extra 15% damage buff. Misfortune. I was expecting the message to say, didn't expect dung. You are an enemy, yeah? Cool. That worked well. So... oh, there's another one. This one wants to fight. It's got a fork like ours. But yeah, these quicker attacks seem to be working. Now, can we cleanse sleep? No. It's like Death Blight in that it can't be cleansed, but it's worth a try. Yeah. Charged R2 and then a couple of R1s, and down they pop. There's a ghost over there, so you should probably go and chat to them. But is there any purpose in being around here? Yeah, there might be an item over there. So we'll stab you in the kidneys. Ouch. That's you out of the way. Yeah, you do your big shout. And then we'll get in a quick combo that's enough to crit you. Sweet. A deep purple lily. Amazing. Music's nice down here. Is that this place's music, or is that general Cerulean Coast music? I've just not paid sufficient attention to it before now. Now, what do you leave behind here, Mikola, you silly sausage? I abandon here my love. I think it was a lot of bits of Trina being abandoned down here. But is that... he abandoned his capacity for love down here, or he abandoned something that he loved? Kindly Mikola, I see you've thrown away something you should not have, under any circumstances. How are you salvation offered to those who cannot be saved, when you could not even save your other self? So yeah, so they can see that Mikola has abandoned Trina, I guess, which was a part of himself, and included his capacity for love. Are those worms? Are those stone worms? Did not expect worms. Gravebirds. We're in the gravebird section now. Very well. And there's two of them dealing sleep damage. Did there have to be two of them, or did I just screw up my approach there? Because that was brutal. Right, so maybe I could have just aggroed them one at a time, because one of them appears to have already aggroed. Yep, you've got wings. Use them. Come on. Yes, get fucked. Now, as for you, get fucked. Excellent. So yeah, 2 hits from those guys, it seems, will cause us to fall asleep. That's pretty terrible, all told. Now, are you guys friends? You don't look very friendly. What happened, friends? You used to be cool. Am I gonna die to a stone fucking worm? The answer appears to be yes. Well, no, we got one down. Ouch. Stop that. Why are these guys so mean? Okay. We survived the worms at least. Seek friend. I thought I was seeking friend. Turns out no. Now, pressing on we find the edge of this coffin leads to... oh. I'm gonna say leads to nothing. Probably leads to nothing that we can safely drop to, but maybe from up there we could safely drop down. Maybe that's a way forward. Maybe we've just stumbled on something. Because down there leads to a bunch of stuff, I think. Leads over that way. This place is very cool. It's like a full-on legacy dungeon hidden down here. Oh, okay, that wasn't even actually anything. I couldn't tell that that door was blocked off, but yes. So, why are we here then? Merely to suffer. There's an item. The Velvet Sword of St. Trina. Wow. That's a pretty cool item, all told. We'll just ignore the slimes, because they are not our friends. Wow! Fuck you, Gravebird. And we'll get some Nectar Blood Burgeon. Found some Burgeon before. Like Imperium Burgeon or something. The Velvet Sword. It's a straight sword. Mists of Eternal Sleep. And it causes Eternal Sleep buildup. Eternal Sleep, you say? So I guess that's better? Is that like instant death? I mean, that could be a weapon worth playing around with, especially on old arcane build Sammy here. We're kind of running out of time though. So I don't know if I want to deal with these worms. Especially if I can't find a way up. You there. Stop that. That worm was the worst. These ones are going to explode. Yeah, that one's also being the worst. I hate this place, and I want to leave. Okay, that could have gone worse, so. Now, if we find a new site, Grace, grand. If we find death birds, grave birds even, then we'll drink our Twiggy, and we'll just die. Yeah, it's time to go, Sam. That was a well-timed Twiggy. And we will be back on Sam next time to continue exploring this strange, strange place.